All right. So we got Kanye West turning down $100 million deal to keep his album off of Apple and Spotify. Also, where you can find Donda 2. And I'm going to break down what the stem player is. And of course, Kanye put out a track list. So we got a lot to get into. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Let's get into this right now. Now, Kanye posted earlier on Instagram that Donda 2 will not be on any streaming platform except for his own, which is Stem Player, all right? Now, he explained he was doing this because artists only make 12% of their money when they put their albums on Spotify and Apple, okay? And, of course, other streaming platforms. You got YouTube Music, you got Amazon Music as well. Probably a few I'm not thinking of. But Kanye went back to Instagram to let people know that Stem Player and Donda 2 was trending in the world. And Kanye said this: Stem Player trending. Go to stemplayer.com to be a part of the revolution. I feel the same feeling I felt when I first moved to New York to make it in music. I ain't know what was gonna happen, but I knew I had to move. After 10 years, 10 albums, under 10 contracts, I turned down $100 million Apple deal. No one can pay me to be disrespected. We set our own price for our art. Tech companies made music particularly free, so if you don't do merch, sneakers, and tours, you don't eat. Jay-Z made Tidal and fake media attacked him. Well, in the words of my big brother, come and get me. I'm willing to die standing, cause I ain't living on my knees no more. God, please cover me. I run this company 100%. I don't ask for permission. This is our second generation Stem Player. We have more things we're working on. I feel like how I felt in the first episode of the documentary. Now, Kanye said a lot. I want to touch on what he said at the end first, because if you guys have been watching the documentary, the first episode shows how Kanye was basically trying to break down the doors to become an artist. So he feels like what he's doing with Stem Player is new ground, and he's trying to, change the world. You heard him at the beginning. He said, join the revolution. Now, also, he mentioned Jay-Z making Tidal, and I think that goes into what I just said. Remember, Jay-Z created Tidal to give the power back to the artist. And I think with the Stem Player, Kanye is showing artists, hey, you don't have to go down the streaming route. You can figure out another avenue that's creative to sell your music and make your own money independently, all right? Now, also, he did mention that there was another version of Stem Player which came out for Donda 1, but he wasn't making this drastic change to where he is now, where the only place you can get Donda 2 is on Stem Player, all right? Now, I want to break down Stem Player for you guys real quick. Let's get into it. All right, so how I would describe Stem Player, I would say it's like a on-the-go DJ set, all right? Now, we know we got people all over the world who love to play DJ. They love to grab the aux. They love to carry around those, wireless speakers. And I think this is another option for that, all right? And Stem, that stands for like the raw files that you get in any music creation, all right? You might have heard Stem a lot of times when you listen to your favorite rappers and they like, yo, send the stems, and they'll be talking to the audio engineer so they can get the raw files to, edit and customize songs the way they want it. And that's basically what you can do with Stem Player, but it also has a speaker and it has storage for you to add songs and mixes, all right? So you're basically going to be getting the raw files of Donda 2. Now, to get more specific, I'll go down the features, all right? So it says Stem Player. Customize any song, ships with Donda, split any song into stems, features, control vocals, drums, bass, and samples, isolate parts, add effects, 4-channel lossless audio mixing. That's huge. I know a lot of y'all who got these new phones and you got new headphones, you hear a lot about lossless audio, and that's like the highest form of audio you can get when it comes to listening to music. Real-time loop and speed control, tactile effects, save, playback, and download mixes, update content and software, which I just want to stop for a second. That's a big thing when it comes to updating software on a device. We all know it with your phones. You also, you always need an update on your phone. You always need an update on your headphones, update on this, update on that. So I hope with this stem player, they'll be doing a lot of updates to keep the software fresh and, very user friendly. Okay. So also in the specs, Kanye says it has Bluetooth, soft skin, haptics, 4-touch sensitive light sliders, 97 dB speaker, which is pretty good for a device that I'm assuming is probably about like this big. I know that's not a good description, but I don't think it's going to be super huge. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to look like a I don't know, maybe like an ashtray. I don't think it's going to be that big. I think it's going to be a little bit smaller. So having a 97 dB speaker is pretty good. 3.5 jack, USB-C, power and data. And I love that. I'm done with mini USB. I love USB-C. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. Anti-static coding, 8 GB storage, and it supports a wide host of formats from MP3, wave, MP4, all of that good stuff. It even has FLAC. Okay, so look, you'll be able to play any type of music on this thing, and you'll be able to edit and kind of be your own personal DJ. And especially with Donda 2, if it's anything like Donda 1, Donda 1 was stadium music. So to have this player to be able to like customize your experience with the album, that's going to be pretty cool. And also the price, $200. Now I know that might be steep for tech that I'm pretty sure a lot of people won't be familiar with, but like Kanye said in his paragraph, he's trying to create something new. He's doing something revolutionary. And it might take a little while for people to catch on, but don't be surprised in a few years if you see other tech companies stealing his idea and trying to recreate it. And everything Kanye does, they do that, right? They did it with Yeezys. They do it with his clothes. They did it with, a lot of things that Kanye has came up with. And then you see other manufacturers be like, oh, Kanye had a good idea. Let me copy it. So we'll see what happens with Stem Player. But let's get into this track list as well, all right? So if you do decide to spend $200 on the Stem Player, you will be getting Donda 2, and it seems like it will be 22 songs, all right? Now, he didn't get into the features, but a lot of people are thinking that Drake might be on this album, and I'm hoping so, all right? I want to hear Drake and Kanye reunite. And as far as any other artists, he has so many artists on Donda 1. I wouldn't mind if this album had less features and just more Kanye, because I heard a lot of criticism from people, and I did a Donda 1 review as well. So if you guys want to check that out, but you had a lot of people saying that Kanye was carried on this album by all the features. Now, some of this writing I can't really make out. Like this first one, I think that says Secure 'em. The second track is Lift Me Up. Third, Lift Off. No, the third is Get Lost. 4 is Pablo. 5, True Love. 6, Keep It. You see what I'm saying? Like his handwriting is kind of nasty, bro. I want to say Keep It Burning. I think that says Keep It Burning. All right. 7 is Crown Dad. 8 is I'm Finna Love Me. 9 is Sci-Fi. 10 is We Did It Kid. 11 Flowers. 12 Maintenance. 13 530. 14 Mr. Maye. I think that's what that says. 13 is Selfish. 14 First Time. 17 Louis Bags. 18 Candy Band. 19 Clothes for Business. 20 I Do Look Happy. 21 Things Change. And 22 he has Blank. So maybe that's a song he's still working on, but obviously this looks like a rough draft of what we'll see on Donda 2. But I'm thinking to myself, Donda's supposed to come out in like 4 days, Kanye. Like I hope the track list is a little more complete in your head and not just what we see on this paper, all right? But let me know what you guys think about all this information I just gave y'all, man. I know I said a lot. What do you guys think about Stem Player? Did you get it? I hope I did a decent job trying to explain it to you guys, because you know it's new tech. It's new tech, man, and you know it's always confusing at first until we actually see it being used by people. Then we can get a better understanding of what it does. But also let me know what you guys want to see from Donda 2, or should I say hear from Donda 2, and if you have any features you would like to see Kanye put on his new album. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.